and I am pumped. I'm pumped for this one. It's going to be an explosive video, one of the best I've done. But good job in reading all the story above. I guess I wanted to post something like that so we can have a bit of background to where my body of coaching and life has even come to now and what it all means and where we're getting these epic ass results from. But I guess sharing a story is like, I want to shine some light on some of the shit I've done. So you can have permission to do the same, so that you can have the permission to go on and do whatever it is you're doing. I know my story doesn't even scratch the surface of some people's stories, but I think the act of getting it out there can hopefully help someone. But as I said above, I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be under so much perceived pressure, like pressure I put on myself. No one probably fucking put it on me, but pressure I put on myself in a 10 years golf career, and the last couple of that being semi-professional and saying no to 2 scholarships because of my head noise. I know what it's like to be on your stage, so to speak, and like you have to succeed at all costs. Like everyone's watching you, whether you're the CEO of a big business or whether you're on the athlete stage. Like, I know what it's like for everyone to be like, if you fuck this up, like your self-worth is riding on it. And that type of head noise crumbled me. It ruined my career. It didn't even last 2 years in the semi-professional space, and it crumbled my first business. So all of that together, I was like, fuck, something has to change. Something really, really has to change. And that's where we've come up with the performance cycle method. Through reflecting back on all those years, knowing coaching stuff now, I worked out what was severely missing, right? That's how I came up with these steps. I worked out what was really, really missing and what caused me to be so destructive and diabolical and unhappy, I guess. And also, I've studied the shit out of the research that has already been done in this space. There's been so many people before me that have studied what high performance even means. So by reflecting back on my story and clearly seeing what there wasn't there and what I didn't have in the golf career, in the business, and going through all the study, left, right, and center, to know what you have to tap into and what you have to be good at and tick off or have in place to be high performing is where this method has come from. There is a reason why the top 2%, or whatever the fucking study is, of people are high performing. Like, how many people are great, really, really good at what they do, but they never fucking break through? There is a series of things that we have to be doing to create high performance, combined with everything that I knew was missing in my life. We've come up with the performance cycle method. But the funny thing is, that means fucking shit without the proof in the pudding, right? So I want to walk you through some stuff. So far, the performance cycle method, I've worked with over 100 clients. Easy. Couldn't even count you now, but I'll take you through a couple. Tony Sirachi is a business, I hope that's how you pronounce it, is a business coach from Melbourne, Sydney, she's Australia-wide, in the dentist industry. And when she came to me, she was making about $1.3 million, I can't quote that. But she's like, Rach, I don't want to fucking do it anymore. Like, I don't even know, like, what am I doing it for? She would be at the kids' sporting ground on the laptop because she believed if she didn't have her head so far up the arse of her work, she wasn't worthy of that next big success. She had a couple of big business losses, so a lot of her self-worth was like, can I even go big again? And now that she's finished with me, she's over 2 million. She's over 2 million, and then some. It's obviously a growing business for her now, and she loves it. She sent me her testimonial, poolside, in a bikini, with her kids, with her hubby, and she's like, Rachel, I fucking love what I do again, let alone the 600K that she's made. Specifically with her, it was her confidence was starting to crumble down from some of the stuff that had happened the years before that. Her ability, she was so focused on what a competitor's doing, what is she not doing, how is this going to happen, overwhelmed, manic behaviors, stressed out to the max, not being able to focus on what actually brought her fulfillment in life. When we could directly move her from what are the behaviors that are not working, let's shift your focus to where it needs to be. She was able to make some of the really big employment decisions that obviously warranted a 600K plus increase. It obviously didn't just come out of her ass. She was able to do that by changing the focus. And then of course, when we could implement a plan on what really fulfilled her in her life, She's at the kids' sporting ground, on the sidelines, not on a laptop. And when you're working from a place like that, it's boom, you're happy again, you can explode the business. Another guy is Grant Mullen. He's a business coach from Tassie, and he came to me at about 280K, I think, around there. And he goes, Rach, I'm sitting on the couch, eating a bag of chips. I don't do anything that I tell all of my business owners to do. I fucking got nothing. I've got no motivation. I'm scratching around for those clients, mind you. Yeah, he's making a lot of money, but he's like, I'm fucking scratching around to find them. And he's like, Rach, I just don't have the fire anymore. So now we've been together about 3 months. He signed a 125K deal like that. Oh, it will happen that fast. Obviously, it's not that easy. Signed a 125K deal. Signed another $30,000 deal, I think. And he's getting leads in the door. What's better than that is he's lost 6 kilos. Like, he's exercising again. He's like, Rach, my business plan is now so simple because we took away a lot of his manic behaviors. Like, he would get so overwhelmed that he couldn't break through the glass ceiling. He was like, Rach, I'm jumping left, right, and center. My messaging isn't clear. I'm not happy. And then I just sit on the fucking couch and don't do anything. So now working together, we've been able to put in a plan so he can show up with focus and productivity and excitement every single day. And now his message has become so clear, he's got his business on a path to making $1 million by the end of the year. Hasn't happened yet, I fucking know those stats, but calming down a lot of his manic behaviors, getting him back to who does he even want to show up in the world. He's made 150, 160K in the 3 months that we've been together, additional to his income already, and he loves it. Another lady I'm working with is Claire Hill, who is phenomenal. This lady, literally, I'm not even saying it because she's my client, but she's a spiritual coach, and she came to me with you can get very caught up in the spiritual space. You can go down a spiritual rabbit hole and just fuck yourself, and get lost in whatever. But she came to me, I actually reached out to her, and when we started, she had maybe one or two clients, and she was overwhelmed with that. She was like, I don't even know what I'm doing, skill-wise. I don't even know where I want it to go. I don't know, how do I coach these people? How do I make sure? Like, she put so much of her self-worth on, will those clients be okay with her skills, almost? So now she's fully booked out. Her one-to-one is fully booked out. She has a group program. She's speaking on stage more now. And she sends me a message from the Gold Coast. Like, I've gone to the Gold Coast. I'm doing this. I'm doing that, Rachel. I'm with hubby. I've got the kids at school pickup. When we were able to, specifically for her, it was a trust thing. She didn't trust her capability. She didn't trust that she had the resources to be able to build something like that, both personally and professionally. So after she's been working with me for maybe 3 or 4 months now, taking her through the performance cycle method, she said to me the other day, she's like, Rach, I actually know now that I'm going to be the Australian version of Gabby Bernstein or something. I don't know if that's her right name, but the world-renowned spiritual coach. She's like, Rach, I know that I'm going to fucking beat that. So when we could help her put in a plan to believe in herself and the daily habits that she needed to really SWAT team a lot of her tasks to gain control again, she's booked out full-time one-on-one clients, group program, loves it. Also works with another lady, Marika from Sydney. She had one real estate office, I think that's how you say it, office. And she came to me and she's like, Rachel, I've been doing this for 7 years and I fucking can't do it any longer. I'm tired, I'm overwhelmed, I'm unhappy. I don't even know how I'm leading my people. Specifically for her, she was like, I'm not being the leader I want to be. Like, it's like a madhouse in there. I worked with her for 6 months and then going on, she's now bought a second office, doubled clientele, brought hubby into the business, at home with the kids, being able to SWAT team the stuff that she has to do. Her productivity went through the roof when we could really focus on who did she even want to show up to the world as? Who did she want to show up to her business as? And when we put in a plan for her to start fucking acting like that leader, that is when the real shit happened. She already had an established business that she was great at, but she was lost in it. So when we got back the leadership, when we got back the focus, when we got back the plan to crazy fulfillment and productivity, she's doubled her office. She's got 2 hubbies in the business. It's fucking phenomenal. One more before we go. I worked with a lady, Annette, a lovely Geelong lady. She stationary invitations type type stuff, signs and what have you. She was she was booking 3 weddings out a month. So, you know, their package is 3 weddings for a month. When she finished with me, she was doing 9 weddings, 9 invitation bundles a month. That is tripling her sales. So much of her self-worth was riding on, again, her product and performance, and the way she sent emails, the way she reached out to people, you could tell that it was just screaming that. When we could change her focus to what she actually wanted to achieve in the business, how she wanted to achieve that in the business. She's got a kid, she's got another kid on the way. How does that even fucking work? She was able to switch on and perform and be clear focused and happy in what she was doing again, that 9 clients a month is the new norm for her. That's the type of shit that's happening, guys. And that's only a couple. Like, I've worked with an Arbonne lady who's gone from 3K to 12K. I've worked with another guy, Stephen Kelly, who's my website designer now, but he didn't have a business. Did not have a business, never done a video, but he studied the fuck out of his trade. Like, he's a lead gen marketing website guy. And he knew everything. And he's like, Rach, I just want to be able to help people with their marketing. And I was like, fuck yeah, all right. He now has a full-time business with clients. I'm one of his clients. And he said to me, I think 3 days ago, I spoke to him, he goes, Rach, if I died tomorrow, I'd actually be happy. Because he's legitimately working with people now on the thing he loves, which is marketing. So I know that the money results have been fucking phenomenal. Obviously, their businesses warrant such growth. They didn't start 0 to hero. I'm not going to play that fucking game. But the happiness, the fulfillment, the focus, the productivity, the love for the game again is what I really, really lost. And that's what was lost for a lot of my clients. Of course we want to be making the money. Of course we want to be exploding the business. But where is your personal performance at? I don't want you getting to the top of the ladder and you just go, I don't fucking know my kids. I don't want you getting so successful and you go, I burnt everything to make it here and now what do I do? The type of shit that really lights me on fire is when I can take someone through this performance cycle method. Not only does their revenue go through the roof, but their life, their focus, their energy, their excitement, their relationships explode as well. But let's get into it. I'll show you the 4-pillar step of the performance cycle method that is warranting that type of shit that I spoke about. Number 1. Oh, I've got an itchy nose. Oh, good spelling. Clarity. Now, you guys have heard that before. We've learned this since we were kids. Set your goals, right? And you guys all know them. You guys know what you want. You know you want the next 100K. You know you want to make 30K this month. You know that you want 3 new employees. You know that you want to hit this type of lifting weight. And if you don't, like, I'd stoke you for 2 minutes and you'd know, right? What you have to get really, really clear on is primary aspirational goals. How often do you set the task for the 100K, you hit the 100K, and then what? And then you're on the rat wheel again to try and make the next 100K and you're never fucking fulfilled with your life or your business because it's never ending? Or what happens today, you wanted 100K, and then next month, the goalposts fucking move? How often is it you have a goal and the goalposts move and you go, why am I even doing this? I'm either not achieving stuff because the goalposts are changing with my life. Like, I didn't want what I wanted yesterday. But primary aspirational goals focus on who do you want to be? How do you want to be feeling on a day-to-day basis? We have to really, really be clear on what those goals are for you and clear on the plan of how to get those goals. Because for me, I know how many employees I want. I know where I want to get to financially. Awesome, but they're not going to fucking make me happy. I get really, really clear on joyfulness. Joyfulness is a characteristic, is a feeling that I really, really want to master. And if I can master that, how fucking happy and fulfilled while making my money, my business, do you think that I am? So primary aspirational goals, we need to get really, really clear on how you want to be showing up in the world, how you want to be relating to other people. Because those are the type of goals that bring you fulfillment, that bring you joy, that bring you the fucking amazing sex when you're still making so much money. Like, that's making people happy. You'll always chase down your goals, but we need to start changing and getting really, really clear on a whole new fucking set of things. Number 2. Oh. All right. My writing's not great. But breakthrough. Another thing that you would have seen from a coach or a shitty ad before. But the ability to really dissolve down, to break through, to change the unresourceful thoughts, habits, and feelings that you're doing first is really fucking integral. Like, these ladies, these big business owners, these guys will come to me and it's like, I don't want to just slap on a whole new set of skills and be like, hey, this is what you're supposed to do, this is how you're supposed to feel, go and fucking do it. There's still a whole lot of fundamental thoughts. There's still a whole lot of behaviors and where is your focus at and what are a lot of the perspectives that you hold that are not serving you. We need to sweep that shit out from under the rug first before we pile on fucking anything. It's really, really important that we're able to break down those unresourceful behaviors, thoughts, and the way you're showing them. Because until we can deal with a lot of those fundamental things, nothing else gets to change. Now, I see this happen a lot, that this sometimes isn't done properly. You've got to be able to stand up and say some truth sometimes. Like, people are coming to you to really, really, really fucking change something. So unless you can have a solid breakthrough step within your performance coaching, within your structure of your business, you're not going to be able to move anywhere. Old habits will come back in. 3 years later, you'll be like, well, fuck Rachel, I've just gone back to what I was doing. Breaking through, breaking down a lot of those old behaviors and thoughts is a fucking must. Number 3. Oh, that's bad spelling. This is a massive one. This is a massive one. Success habits, guys. I don't care about getting you clear on anything. I don't care about breaking you through some old shit. If we do not have the means to come up with the new strategy moving forward, no one is under the pressure that if you wanted like some real big guns or you wanted to be really fucking fit, no one is under the impression that you can go and stand at the gym door, just look in it, and you'll become fit. No one's under that expectation. But yet when it comes to our emotional and personal performance plan, I want to be able to open up your diary and say, here's the exact tasks and success habits that you are deploying every morning, every day, every night, every week, every month that moves you towards what your real goal should be. What do I do, tangibly do, every single day to bring upon joy and be able to master that skill? What do you do every single day? What's the habits we need to have in your diary? Anyone could open your diary and they can see your emotional and performance plan to get focus. What are you doing every day to work on your productivity, to work on your confidence? What's the things that we have in place to bring about fulfillment? I want to set you up with the new strategic plan to move you forward. Real actions, real habits, real rituals, day in and day out, that you practice the new things. And you will never leave me without being like, here's the new fucking plan to feeling, being, and showing up exactly how you want to be. A lot of the time, unfortunately, you'll have a fucking motivational chat. I'm not here to motivate you. I'm here to give you a plan on how to get to where you want to go. I'm not here to just say, hey, love yourself more and not tell you how to do it. Success habits is integral and it's just not fucking happening. I've done so much study in this space to be like, what is the exact habits you need to deploy that warrants peak performance? The studies have shown bring about peak performance, not just fucking made up shit that I want to fill time with. Number 4. Time. Jesus, that's a big one. Time and self-measure. Because I'm not a one-hit wonder. I don't want you to be a one-hit wonder. I want to make sure that you know how to deploy this yourself. I want to make sure that you know how to measure daily and weekly and monthly and yearly how your own performance is going. Too many of us get to the top and we go, what the fuck just happened? Too many of us get to where we want to be and go, I don't even know who I am anymore, because we failed to look back and say, am I even going where I want to go? I want to be able to show you how to measure yourself and your own performance and what the habits around that is. Because 9 times out of 10, if you just stopped and looked back, you'd be like, I know what's not working for me. I know what's not causing me to perform at my best, and being able to make that change. But so many people don't know how to correctly manage themselves. Because guess what? I might not always be here, but this performance cycle method will be. The studies on what peak performance is will be. I want to show you how to cycle through these 4 steps yourself. So you can put your own time, your own measure behind it, and you can continue on having your growth and momentum long after I've fucking gone. So guys, that's the performance cycle method. And we cycle you throughout these 4 steps, daily, weekly, monthly, whatever the task is that we're aiming for, until you get long-term momentum. And then you can sustain it yourself to new habits and way of living. Because guys, this is it for me. The only thing that matters is that if people are fucking happy. And this is the 2-part question that my body of work sort of rides on. 1, do you know who you want to be in 3 months' time from now? Take away the business, take away your money. Do you know who you want to be showing up as and how you want to be feeling? For your kids? For your partner? For yourself? For your life? Number 1. But number 2, are you being that person today? Because this whole performance cycle method, my whole body of work is like, when you fucking leave me, you'll be able to say, yeah, I am feeling, I am showing up, I am acting, I'm as focused, I'm producing, I'm loving exactly how I fucking want to be today with a game plan so you know how to deploy it day in and day out. So we're saying that. I am looking for 3 people, 3 or 4, depends how we go, depends how cool you guys are, that I want to take you through the performance cycle method. If you're sitting there with a glass ceiling right above you, if you're in an established business, guys, this is not for newbies, sorry, I've got heaps cool shit for you as well. But if you're like, I don't want to get to the top and not realize why I did this. I want to be fulfilled and happy again, and I want to have the money that I enjoy fucking making. If you want to change your relationships, your focus, your productivity, your fulfillment, I want to take 3 or 4 people through this performance cycle method. So definitely let me know, and we can start achieving some of the fucking results that I explained before. But that's how we came up with the performance cycle method. Good job in watching this far. Can't fucking wait to speak to you soon.